Tisztelt Miniszter Úr, tisztelt Excellenciák, Hölgyeim és Uraim, kedves barátaim! Megtiszteltetés számomra, hogy ma itt üdvözölhetem Önöket ezen a csodálatos és történelmi rezidencián. Ma ünnepeljük ő felsége harmadik Károly király koronázását. Erre a történelmi ceremóniára múlt szombaton került a Westminster Abbeyban. Ő excellenciája, Novák Katalin elnök asszony képviselte Magyarországot. Ez az alkalom arra is szolgál, hogy megint megünnepeljük az Egyesült Királyság és Magyarország közötti szoros kapcsolatot. Ez nagyon örülök, hogy ma itt üdvözölhetem vendégünket, Navracsics Tibor miniszter urat. Köszönöm, hogy elfogadta a meghívásunkat. Kérem, engedjék meg, hogy az egyszerűség kedvéért a továbbiakban angolul folytassam. Köszönöm szépen. Ministers, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to the residence for this celebration of His Majesty's coronation, a unique and special occasion in the history of my country. I would in particular like to welcome His Excellency Tibor Navracsics, Minister for Regional Development and Utilisation of EU funds, to give you his full title. It's an honour to have Your Excellency here today to take part in this celebration. Now, this celebration would not have been possible without our gold sponsors, Diageo, BP, Menzies Aviation, Shell, the British International School Budapest, the Budapest British International School, Danubius, Specsavers, Tesco and Cordia. And I would also like to thank all of our other sponsors. In particular, I would like to thank Lila Samel for her wonderful rendition of the national anthems. Please give her another round of applause. And I'd also like to welcome again to the residence DJ Dominic, who's a bit of a legend here in Hungary. This is his second year in a row. He is the real celebrity here today, so it's a real pleasure to have him. Above all, I'd like to thank my team for all their hard work in making the residence look so special today. And finally, I'd like to thank all of you, my guests, for being here. It's hard to believe that it's just little less than a year ago that we were here marking Her late Majesty's Platinum Jubilee. So much has happened in that time. Her late Majesty's passing offered a time for reflection, remembrance, but also a celebration of a life well lived. She was indeed irreplaceable in many ways. However, the strength of our institutions and traditions ensured a smooth transition to His Majesty King Charles III, a transition made complete by his coronation on Saturday the 6th of May. So again, our celebration this year is a special one. As I said, Her Excellency President Novak represented Hungary at the coronation. This was the latest sign of the strength of the relationship between our two countries, a relationship which has been strengthened recently with the launch of a new bilateral forum, the Cambridge Forum, named in honour of the first bridge to span the Danube in Budapest, designed by an Englishman and built by a Scotsman. There could be no more fitting symbol of this relationship. This is a forum where we can strengthen existing cooperation, but also explore where we differ in a constructive manner based on mutual respect. It is a relationship based on developing our prosperity. For example, the Hungarian property company Cordia has plans to invest up to £400 million in the UK by 2026. Wizz Air continues to build upon earlier investments, and Madame Tussauds, an iconic British brand, will open in Budapest later this year. The trade relationship is worth almost £6 billion, and British companies in Hungary employ around 55,000 people. So I look forward to working with Hungarian and British companies to develop this mutually beneficial relationship. It's a relationship based on strong people-to-people links. I would like to thank my colleagues in the British Council who work with the Embassy to develop and promote educational links between our two countries. I'd also like to thank Hungarian alumni of British universities and institutions for being effective ambassadors for British education. Our close relationship with the Hungarian Association of British Alumni has helped to promote the UK's educational offer. And again, I would like to thank our Hungarian hosts for welcoming so many British tourists, which sometimes can be a bit of a mixed blessing, I know, but thank you all the same. It's a relationship based on ensuring each other's security. We are both members of NATO. This is more important than ever. For over a year, war has raged in Europe. Putin's unprovoked attack on Ukraine continues to cast a shadow over all of us. The resistance and courage of the Ukrainian people in the face of this aggression remains both awe-inspiring and humbling. This is the defining issue of our times. This is not some quarrel in a faraway country between people of whom we know nothing, nor is it some heart-rending regional conflict, nor is it a conflict amongst Slavic people. It is an assault upon another country's sovereignty, whose very right to exist is being challenged. It is a direct challenge to the international rules-based order. We, in the United Kingdom, want to see this conflict end as soon as possible. We're not in some war camp seeking to encourage this conflict. However, we want a peace that is just and above all enduring. So with this in mind, the United Kingdom will continue to support Ukraine together with our NATO partners. And we look forward to welcoming new NATO members at the NATO summit in Vilnius in July. All of this reflects the continuing strength of the UK, who as a permanent member of the UN Security Council and as a member of the G7 promotes global security and prosperity. Let us now turn to the event we're here to celebrate, the coronation of His Majesty King Charles III. Last year, I said that Her late Majesty provided a fixed point in a change in aid, that she provided a potent symbol of continuity and had shown a commitment to duty in service of her country and her people. His Majesty has made clear from the outset that he intends to follow his mother's example, and his coronation has confirmed this. This demonstrates once again the value of constitutional monarchy and its ability to adapt to changing times. I offer one small example in support of this. On becoming king, His Majesty made clear his intention to promote and protect Britain's diversity. It's an acknowledgement that the Britain he is now monarch of is a different country from the one his mother became queen to in 1952. A country where there are now a broad range of faiths, with a Prime Minister who is a Hindu, a Mayor of London and a First Minister of Scotland who are Muslims, a country which sees its diversity as a source of strength, not of weakness nor division. Soon after becoming king, he said, "I've always thought of Britain as a community of communities. This has led me to understand the sovereign as an additional duty to protect the diversity of our country by protecting the space of faith and its practice through the religions, cultures, traditions and beliefs to which our hearts and minds direct us as individuals." I am sure this commitment will be reflected in his role as the head of the Commonwealth, whose 56 members reflect the broad diversity of the world's peoples. I believe that during His Majesty's reign, our constitutional monarchy and the values it stands for will thrive. I'd like to end with a message from His Majesty for today's occasion. This is what he has said. As my wife and I mark this very special moment, we want to thank all of you in the Commonwealth and throughout the world for your good wishes. We have been hugely inspired by the community spirit on display at coronation celebrations such as this, and are deeply touched by the many similar events taking place across the globe. We want to express our warmest gratitude to all of our friends for your kindness as we embark on this new chapter with you. Charles R. So, Ministers, Your Excellencies, I would like to ask you to raise a glass. Please raise your glasses. A toast to His Majesty. God save the King.